YouTube! Today we test the off-road capabilities of my Hummer H1. Now, I want you to take that with a grain of salt because I live in Saskatchewan. Now, if you don't know where Saskatchewan is, it is in the center of Canada. I don't have mountains, hills, or anything fancy. I live in the prairies. So I'm going to use what I have to work with, which includes some man-made hills and things like that. We'll do a better one in spring once it melts outside. As of right now, you know, it's the beginning of January. It's pretty snowy, lots of snow out, so it'll test some of the traction on the Hummer. And let's do that. But first, I need a Tim Hortons. Now I know what you're thinking. Steve, you always get Starbucks. Why aren't you getting Starbucks? Well, I live outside of city limits, so the closest Starbucks to me is probably 20 minutes each way. And that's just an hour to 40 minutes I don't have right now. So we're gonna get a Tim Hortons. I don't knock Tim Hortons, I'm just a firm believer in Starbucks. And we're gonna carry on with the day. So right now we're in the RSQ8 and we're gonna grab the Hummer, which is a little less luxury than the RSQ8. I'm not gonna dance around it and carry on from there. All right, stay tuned. Tim Hortons. I just want to mention real quick here, so my buddy Don from Don's Life channel, I'm going to put a link at the end of the video of his channel. He's got a gorgeous, probably the cleanest example of any AT4 you're going to find. He's going to come out to off-roading with it. If you have an AT4 or a Silverado and you're looking to do some cool custom stuff, Don has no shortage of footage on custom things you can do to a Silverado. I'm talking from lights to drone, you know what, he's got a whole pile of stuff. Go check it out. I'm gonna put a link in the description. I'm gonna put a link at the end of the channel. Go check out Don's stuff. Because if we get stuck today, we're gonna need him. That goes both ways. But you know what, I'm not gonna dance around it. The Hummer was never designed for winter and it doesn't do fantastic in snow. It's also a tank and very wide. So it has the clearance to get through the snow, yes, but it does not float well on the snow. An example would be my last Hummer last year, and we didn't get this on video, but I had a Colorado ZR2, a 21, on a 6-inch BDS lift with 35-inch tires. It's in my previous videos, you can find videos of it. And the Hummer got stuck. I drove through with the Colorado, the Hummer was following me and got stuck, and I had to pull it out with the quarter-ton Colorado, if you'd believe that. So they don't do fantastic by any means, but they're a ton of fun. They look wicked cool, and you know, if I was on dry terrain, it would be unstoppable. But unfortunately, as you've seen, I'm not on dry terrain at all. Here's the Audi. Door is just closing. You know what? Oh look, there's the Lambo. Let's get the lights on here, and I'm gonna give you a quick walk around this thing. So I bought this from August Luxury Motor Cars, obviously, and I say obviously because I've mentioned it in other videos. It's not completely legal for Saskatchewan roads yet, that's why I haven't driven it. I do have a plate on it. For those wondering, that's a 28-day permit, so I'm within my 28-day window right now where I can still drive this thing on the streets. But an example would be, see how far the tires stick out? That's not legal, lights aren't covered, I gotta do a lot of stuff. So, it's a 2000 Hummer H1. Has a 500 horsepower LMM Duramax in it. It's got front and rear air lockers and a bunch of other cool stuff. So let's get her out on the open road here. The guys should be here right away. Let's get some fuel in it and see what this is capable of in a Canadian wintry environment. Standard Hummer life, always needing fuel. For Hummer owner or people that don't know about Hummers, they have two fuel tanks. You got a front and rear fuel tank. Whoop. The reason they have two fuel tanks is they're built for the military, right? So if something should happen to one tank, you'd be stranded. So they have two fuel tanks. So if something happens to one tank, you have a backup fuel tank. because if you're like my son, he's like, well, I have 2 tanks, you could have one big one. Well, it defeats the purpose if there's an emergency, right? Just like the entire interior of these, you can rebuild the engine from inside the vehicle. You don't have to get out. Yeah, the whole, everything. So, and you can also see the ground clearance under there, how much clearance you have. All the differentials, the transmission and everything are tucked up high underneath there. One's a main tank, one's an auxiliary tank. The main tank is about 100 liters and the auxiliary tank is only about 50. So, but at $1.42 a liter, that's almost $200 to fill it up. There you go, Max, that's half a tank of fuel. It's not a lot.
Hey Don, could you tell us a little bit about this truck? It's a beauty.
Well, my channel, Don's Life, says it all. It's a 2021 GMC Sierra AT4. Every mod that's been done to it, I've done myself. I can't think of anything other than the shocks that I had actually Steve's shop do the spring compression on. But I've installed everything. It's got air ride, built-in compressor to fill up the tires or your basketball if you want it. Just lots of fun stuff on it. So we're going to see if we can get it stuck today.
We got fuel again, and so for those unaware, this has air lockers front and rear, so we're going to make sure we have air. And I can also inflate and deflate the tires. So we're currently at 30 PSI. I'm going to take it up to about 35. Reason being, I just want them a little fuller, a little harder to help shovel the snow out. So let's do this. I've got the boys behind me. There's Don back there in his AT4, and we're gonna see what kind of trouble we can get into here. Can't tell, the snow got a little dicey back there. I'd say about a foot deep, so just to keep it from revving so high, we're gonna give it a little more traction. We'll turn on the rear airlock. I have the tires sitting around 40 PSI right now, just to help keep them cleaner.
No problem, eh?
No, we'll go get Don next. And then we'll, is he? Oh, look at him go. He was like up to his front bumper. Uh-oh. All right, Max, you're about to get dirty. We need 2 lockers now. Oh man, Hummer to the rescue, I hope here.
Are we both stuck now?
I mean, maybe. What's to you? He was doing good. That wasn't bad at all.
Are you about to go up there?
but not quite. Oh, we got a couple stuck guys over here now. 2 for sure. Yeah, so carry on. Let's see how Don's doing.
I should have a spotter just in case someone's ripping up the hill.
No problem.
Alright boys, so we're kind of stuck here, and Jamie buried his Porsche in some snow. So now we gotta do the sketchy and see if we can pull him out and I can still get out. There's something that has to be said about 38-inch mud tires in the snow. Oh, snow. Alright guys, we got a bit of a situation. Jamie's stuck at the top of the hill, but I gotta say shout out to Porsche because his GTS is done. Unreal. And Don's gotta go next, and then we'll go next. So we'll just wait till Jamie figures out what he's doing. He's still mobile.
Well, if you're gonna make it through here, you might, if you can crawl the rock, you'll make it, but you ain't rock.
His vehicle's on like a 45-degree angle right now, but I think it's gonna be fine. Just it's gonna be fine. So let's see what happens. Well, it's about time to wrap this up. We're almost out of battery anyway, but we're kind of stuck here. So we're gonna try and crawl over these rocks here with the vehicles. I don't know if the Porsche is gonna get through. Crawl over and then we can take this field out on the other side. So, see what happens. We got a bit of a situation here. Jamie's Porsche is stuck, which has actually impressed me this whole time. Don had no reverse, he got reverse now. And while the Hummer doesn't get stuck, it just keeps going. Hot dragging Jamie through the deep snow back there. It's got to cool her down here. It's only at 220. It's not bad. Well, that's it. Overall, I think it went really well. Showed it to Don for coming out. These two guys. So, hey, thanks for the dead battery, by the way, on the camera. I'll just shoot this off my cell phone, no problem. And Jamie, of course, and his Porsche that seems to be more unstoppable than this, I think.